Hi, welcome to Lockdown Kitchen. I'm Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands. Today I'm going to make a spicy coconut pineapple garlic rice. My sister's asked me to do some Thai recipes. I've not cooked Thai food before. And when I was looking online, I came across Thai coconut rice. I tried these recipes with not much success. Essentially they were just coconut milk, sugar and salt, and they were bland and horrible. Then I remembered, I took my mind back to April 1978 when I first went to Thailand, and I went to a place called Pattaya, which in those days was just really nothing more than a small fishing village. Now of course it's a big party town. And I had an amazing rice there. It had coconut in, it had pineapple in, and garlic. So I thought, let me see if I can recreate that rice. It's taken me a few tries, but I've got it cracked. So please watch the video and hopefully enjoy the rice when you cook it. Okay, as usual, we'll start by going through the ingredients that I'm using. I'm going to cook this two ways tonight. One, I'm going to use a rice cooker, which is really simple. You just put everything in, hit the button, and around 20 minutes later, it's ready. I appreciate many people don't have a rice cooker, so we're also going to cook it on the stove in the traditional way. Again, it takes just over 20 minutes and it's ready. So here we go. 1.5 cups of, I'm using Thai jasmine rice. You can use basmati as well, any long grain rice, and it's been washed. We're going to seasoning mix is 1.5 teaspoons of Himalayan pink salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon each of turmeric and crushed dried chili peppers, 2 small bay leaves or 1 big one, and 3 cloves, 3 medium to large sized cloves of garlic minced. Then we're going to use pineapple, the man from Del Monte, 4 pineapple rings chopped up, full can of coconut milk, and because I want a more enhanced coconut flavour, I'm using 1 tablespoon of coconut milk powder. To garnish, I'm going to use flat parsley chopped and blanched almonds, which I'm going to toast off in my wok, and I'll show you how I do that. Very quick, very simple. Finally, 1 cup of water. So it is my rice cooker. As I said, let's get everything poured in. Water, coconut milk first, then in with the garlic, spices, coconut milk powder. Just going to give that a stir just to make sure the extra coconut gets dissolved in. Oh, I can smell the garlic. Wow. If you want, you could dissolve the coconut powder into the water beforehand. That's probably a better idea. It'll probably be a bit faster. There we are, that's all nicely combined in with the rice. It's important that you wash the rice beforehand. It gets rid of any dirt or impurities on it. Also absorbs some of the water, which makes it softer after cooking. In there, in with the pineapple. Just give it a good stir so the pineapple is distributed throughout the rice. And then this is removable, so when it's finished cooking we can just take it out, put the lid down, and all we do is press this button, super rapid, and it does everything else itself. It'll just make a sound when it's ready. So when that's finished, we'll come over and look at it. Now we'll go over to the stove and we'll do a more traditional way of cooking the rice, which is just on the stove top, of course, in a pan. Okay, I've put the water, coconut, spices, garlic already in like I did before. Then I'm going to switch the cooker. I have not cooked rice this way since I can remember. Okay, get in with the rice. And we're going to bring this to a boil. And then we're going to cover it, reduce the heat, keep it cooking for about 15 to 20 minutes. And my pineapple. I'm going to keep stirring this until it comes up to the boil occasionally. I'm not going to stir it for the full duration. It's important that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. It's just coming up to the boil now. When that's starting to boil, I'm going to drop it down to 6. I'm going to cover that. And I will just leave it there. I'll keep an eye on it, and then when it's done, you can tell when it's done because you can use your fingers to pinch the rice. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm just going to check the rice. The rice is you can see it's starting to absorb now. So just going to give it a stir so it doesn't stick. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn the heat down again to 4. Buy a rice cooker, it's so much easier. Okay, I'm just going to now toast off or brown off the blanched almonds, 100 grams. That'll be enough to dress both the 2 lots of rice that I'm doing, so 50 grams is enough for each. I add, to control it a bit better and easier, I usually add 1 teaspoon of canola oil. And my electric wok is fantastic for this. But you've got to keep an eye on it, because once they start to brown they go very fast. So we finish off the dish with these and some chopped parsley. You could use chopped coriander as well instead of the parsley, and that just finishes the rice off nice. So you get a nice several textures going on. You've got the softness of the rice, you then bite into the pineapple, and then you get crunch from these almonds. For me, food's not just about taste, it's about texture as well. Just bring the rice over now so you can just see the texture. I've just stirred it there, and it's been on for just over about 7 or 8 minutes now. Once the water's fully absorbed into the rice, I'll just turn the stove down, or the ring down, the electric ring down to 2 until it's soft. I can smell these now. They're starting to release some of their oils. These make a good snack just on their own. You see the colour's just starting to change. So I'm just going to drop the temperature a little bit because I don't want them burning. So I had them on high sear. I've now just dropped it down to 10. They're starting to pop a bit. That's an indication that they're nearly ready. You see the colour's changing a lot faster now. Okay, they're done. Now quickly, otherwise they will burn. Whoops! I'm a messy cook, you know. Now you can see why I turned it down. It gives me a bit of time. If I'd left this on high, these would start to burn now. I do really like this silicone kitchenware. It really helps for the to make the non-stick surface last. And you see, look, I can just get them all out just like that. So there we are, toasted blanched almonds. Nice little snack, but go fantastic. A nice way to garnish rice dishes. So now you can see that the rice has fully absorbed the water, but it's a bit sticky. I've just tasted the grain, it's still a bit nutty. So now what I'm just going to make sure, and it hasn't stuck to the bottom. Oh, that's what I was worried about, because I haven't done this for so long. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go down to 2 and leave that now. I think, just looking at the clock, so that's been on for 12 minutes, so I think in another 5 minutes, 17 minutes, it'll be done. Okay, it's been 20 minutes since it came to the boil. I checked at 18, it just was nearly there. Let's have a look now. Yes, that's cooked. So we'll serve this up now and wait for the rice. The rice cooker is still cooking, still working. So as soon as that's done, we'll serve up both ways and do a taste test to see if there's anything different. So the rice cooker takes a little bit longer. I think that's just because of the program and the way it works. There it is. This rice is super hot at the moment. So the consistency is virtually identical to the stove cooked one. It's just a lot easier. You can just switch on, leave it until it's ready. Okay, I'm going to leave those to cool down for a while. Just in about 3 or 4 minutes we'll garnish them and do a quick taste to see if there's anything different. I'm not expecting any difference at all. Okay, we're just going to garnish these now with the nuts. Be generous. I put the nuts on first because to stop the parsley wilting when it goes onto the hot rice. And there we go, a take on a dish Brian tasted over 40 years ago in Thailand. Okay, time for the taste. Okay, now the taste test. First the one from the rice cooker. Perfectly cooked. Yep, I think I've cracked that. The only thing I would do differently, I'd put another half teaspoon of turmeric in just to give it a richer colour. Had to have a second bite. Now the one that we cooked on the stove. Nice flavour. This rice is a little bit wetter, so I think still good. Just the rice cooker just wins because the water's been absorbed more into the rice, but the taste profile on both of them is superb. A little bit of chilli just kicks in. You've got the mild taste of the coconut, you've got the sweetness of the pineapple, and the garlic's there, not overpowering, just enough. And then the crunch with the nuts and that taste of fresh parsley. I love this dish. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Please subscribe, it means a lot to me. And see you next time. Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands.